I'm just going to do a quick update here. We did go out on the boat this week. This Mariner and the Minn that we have on here worked fine. After I got it started, the Mariner with the new fuel line in it moved right along real good, and it never bogged down, and it didn't, it idled right down to a nice slow speed, but I got to be careful that I don't flood it before when I first start it, or else it takes a while to get started. But as you can see, it's on there, and there's a new gas line on the tank. Well, one of my friends and I went out for Monday just to do a little bass fishing, and when we got out on the lake, it was so windy. There were pretty good sized waves and whitecaps, and it took more boat handling than it did fishing to be out there. So we didn't do an awful lot of trolling around or fishing and that particular time. We had all we could do to just make sure that we were headed into the waves in the right direction and able to maintain some kind of steerage at that point. But it was good out on the lake. It was fun if you weren't trying to fish, but the wind was such that it was blowing us all over the place. And we had a few bites, but the fish weren't even that hungry. We used both bait and lures, and they just weren't interested at the time of day that we were out, and we were out in the early morning. We are doing a couple more things to the boat. Since I haven't been able to do any fishing at all, so for about a week and a half, I decided I'll do a little bit of the work on the boat that I need to do, and just show you what I'm doing, putting in a couple more of these rod holders for fishing, putting in a new seat for myself that to drive the boat with on a 7-inch pedestal. Brings another cleat on that side to tie off to, and an anchor lock to put in on the front to drop anchor with. That's what I plan to do at this point. One of the things that I'm going to do is put in a little better foundation on the seat so that I can attach a swivel seat to this while I'm operating the boat. As you can see, it's just a little ways back to the motor, and trying to position that so it's most comfortable and able to control the boat better. I think this 2x12 that's there, piece that I had left over from another project, I think that will be a good foundation for me to attach my seat to. I already have the one seat here in the front with a swivel and a pedestal on there. Plane's pretty good. I'm still learning how to get it up on plane. It may be that the 25 horse is a little heavy for this boat. I don't think so. This is a heavy boat, and yet it is rated for the 25, but I don't know what we'll find as we get going, as we get it set down where it's a lot better. If I put it all the way down on the next to the transom, it seems to plane a little faster, a little better than if I have it out 2 or 3 notches. It has quite a few notches to work with there. As you can see, there's quite a few notches there, and I have it all the way down most of the time for the aspect of planing when we're going along at a good speed. But the motor has been a very good motor, and it is good running motor when I have a good gas line going to it. So I hope next week I can get out and do some fishing with either my grandson or one of my other fishing friends, and get something that's a little more exciting in that respect. The fishing has been real slow this year anyway, and we haven't had a lot of success because of a number of things that have been happening. Part of it is that we had a wicked stretch of hot weather, and the times of day that we were able to go out fishing, the fish were probably not, it was not ideal for the fish to bite at that time, so we didn't do real well that way. Most everybody I talked to hasn't been doing very well either, and they're people that have fished the lake for years. And then every once in a while you come in contact with somebody, oh yeah, we've been getting fish like so on, and all over the place, and we know where there's some secret rock piles. I don't think anybody knows any secrets about this lake anymore, and especially with the fish finders and such that we have today, there's just no way you can not know about a rock pile that holds fish. And yet there's always that one person that thinks they are the greater fishermen than everyone else. But it's starting to cool down. Mornings when we get up at 5 o'clock or so, it's been down in the 40s and the low 50s now, instead of being right up there in the 70s and 80s. And so it's getting better for fishing.